Welcome back to another episode of Peaches and Tea. I'm Erica and I'm joined by guest my little sister Alexis. So Alexis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, my name's Alexis. I'm Erica's little sister. I live in Boca Raton. I'm a waxer. I'm a medical paralegal. I'm a mommy. I do a little bit of everything.
Okay, so now let's jump into the questions just so everyone kind of understands. I'm Erica. Everyone knows I own the Peach Bar, and my sister opened up a year ago, waxed that hair. She had to follow in my footsteps. What what got you into the waxing world? Like, was it me? Was it beauty? Just because you've always been into beauty, right? You've always slayed your makeup since the dawn of days. What got you into here?
Yeah, so I've always had an infatuation with beauty and just being around my mom who always took care of herself and always did her makeup and just seeing that it stood out to me. So when I was like 16, I started my own business for keratin. I didn't have a license for this. I
Okay.
didn't know you needed a license for this, but I was going around and I was doing straightening people's hair. I did have a little makeup business. I knew I always loved it, the beauty industry. I just didn't know how I would get into it. And I
Okay.
love doing extractions. I was always, all my boyfriends, I was always popping their pimples. My dad popping his pimples. I mean, I just loved it. So, but you
I knew
definitely
it's something that
played a
you,
big role though in pushing me to get into waxing.
I mean, it's always good to have a fallback plan, right? Like,
Right.
just in case paralegal doesn't go anywhere. I know it's like so stressful, and being a mom is like double the stress. So sometimes having that backup where you get to turn off your brain and just wax, because waxing is all like muscle memory, right? Like, you don't
Right.
have to have your brain working for that. So I think like having that second step to just like kind of gives
I
you like
think that's
a
why I
peace of
love it
mind.
too. Yeah, absolutely. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I like it because at this point now it's kind of like mindless, but I also love the chit chat and the bonds that you make with the girlies in the suite. So I think that's a big plus too.
Yeah, I think waxing is something where like you have your business professional, like that's Alexis Zarzwiller, right? Like that
Right.
professional business paralegal. But I feel like in the suite you could be like that, like, oh, hello, I'm Alexis, like that airheaded type kind of personality that you have because like people want to see that side of you versus a professional side of you. So I think it
Right.
allows you to be your true self. That's
Yeah.
pretty
No,
cool.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
The paralegal, I'm very uptight. Very uptight.
Yeah.
Like work has to get done and I'm just very mind focused. And being and waxing and, doing the stuff in my suite, it's just an added plus. Like you're right. I get to be my silly, quirky self where at my real day job I'm not able to do that.
Correct. Now, do you remember when you first talked about opening up your own business? Did you ever imagine that it would be this hard?
I remember thinking to myself, I remember being with you. You took me on a girls' trip and with your
Mhm.
staff
Nashville.
and Nashville, and I loved it. I loved the bond that you guys had. I loved that all the girlies showed so much admiration and respect for you, and I loved that little bond that you guys grew over that trip. And I think just hearing you guys tell stories about what happens in that wax room, I was semi intrigued. Like I would like something was like, "Hey, I can kind of do this." And I think that's really
Yeah.
what spiraled my, "Why can't you do this? Like do it. Your sister did it. Like you can just kind of trail behind her." So
hmm
that's kind of how it happened.
do you think it's as like harder than what you thought it would be?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah, right?
100%. I was not prepared for how much is involved. Just how the biggest thing for me, right, is your name is now on the line. So if somebody comes in, they're not happy with your service, you're kind of like crap. Like I don't want a bad review. What can I do to fail?
Yeah.
Everything falls on you. And I think it's a huge responsibility. It wasn't something I was prepared for, but it's something that I was able to adapt to. So
I mean, with anything, it's always you got to put like 100%. I mean, I think I make this shit look easy,
so
but
easy.
not. But Bauxite covers up those grays because it's
Yeah.
crazy out here. It's so stressful. I think it's so stressful because you're constantly 24/7, right? Because not only are you a mom and you have that mom life, not only are you paralegal, but like you're trying to post, right? You're posting at 10
Right.
o'clock at night. You're
Right.
working on like your before and afters. You're working on like what sales to do. And I just think it's a lot to like really sit down and focus on because now you're split into four: yourself,
Hmm.
your household, your paralegal, and then this. So I think it does take like so much out of you that it's a lot. I mean, we make it look easy, but behind the scenes, it is crazy. And I think we play it a lot in each other's parts. Like you always ask me questions like, "What should I do? What should I that?" So it's kind of good that you have someone to kind of relate to because you're not alone in it. Like you know what I mean? Like I have my waxers and stuff that I talk shit to, but you don't have any other waxers that you could talk shit to. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. And even in school, like they taught us waxing with soft wax, but they never taught
Yeah,
us with anything else. And so, how I learned, honestly, Erica, was going through all of your videos and just seeing your technique. And then I would send you something, and you would be like, "Girl, what are you doing? Like, why are you holding your stick like you're not spreading peanut butter?" Right?
yeah,
Or like I'd be like, "Oh my God, this wax just got stuck. What do I do?" Like thankfully I have you to fall back on because school never prepared me for that. And the other, double-edged sword is you always warned me like a something that you always said was, Alexis, you should go work for somebody else. You should
yeah,
get some experience, kind of learn the ins and outs. You don't know what's going to happen if you burn somebody's skin, if you rip skin. I wasn't prepared for any of that because school didn't prepare me for that. But honestly, I was at the point in my life, like my paralegal job. Thankfully, I have a great paralegal job. But I'm at the point in my life where I just wanted something for myself. God forbid something happens to that paralegal job, right?
yeah.
So for me, luckily, I'm able to split my time and I take the waxing business very much as it comes, right? So, but I have you to fall back on, and you've introduced me to so many baddies in the waxing community. Like I'm obsessed. It's such a plus.
Yeah, how was it coming? Because you've come with me to like a lot of trips. I mean, you haven't come with me to New York where I'm really, really known. How was it coming to Vegas and seeing like people knew who I was all the way across the
It's
country?
amazing. It's like an awe. Like I get teary-eyed almost just kind of watching people. Erica, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, why do they know her? Like I don't understand. And
I told
it's
you, I'd be doing this in
everybody.
my sleep.
It's crazy. And then I have to stop and I have to take out my camera and I have to catch it from the back angle because I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of what you've built and what you stand for and the impact that you have on the waxing community. And man, I love when you bring me because I get to see it and I get to be a part of it. So it's awesome.
And it's hard because a lot of people are like, "Oh, why don't you go to your sister's suite and like sit there and like watch her with her clients?" I'm like, "Do you know how hard it is for us to leave her house without like her son hysterically
Mm-hmm.
crying?" Like
Yeah,
it's like I go there for the kids and it's like we don't really have time to like take a second to go to your suite unless we go at like midnight when they're sleeping. And if that, because Lucas don't go to sleep until I go to sleep.
right. Right. Yeah, no, it's really
I think that's like,
difficult. The kids just want
yeah.
you all to themselves when you're here. There's no sharing. And so I have to either try
Um,
to do a facial for you like in the house or, practice in the house or,
oh
go
my God. Or when
to
you
go.
did the lashes on me and like
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
crying the whole time. Or your
Thank
first
you.
facial on me, your son was like jumping all over me. That was fun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He was using you like a little trampoline.
Be honest. What's one thing you think I do better than you when it comes to business?
First of all, like everything, let's keep it real. You've been doing it way longer than me. But just
Yeah,
like how you said you have all your girls on a schedule, you are strict. You are very militant. I don't know where you got that from. And so
yeah,
I wish I had that quality because I'm not. I'm not. I'm just like if I don't post, I don't post. Like if I don't get my ads out, I don't get my ads out. Like you were just very, oh, I wish.
to the point. I think, but I also think that's my biggest downfall too, just because like I demand greatness like around
That
me at
makes
all
sense.
times.
Hmm.
So it's like my blessing but my curse because like I don't know how to turn it off when it comes to my personal life. Like even with you, like I'm so strict, like, no, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to act like this, you're supposed to
Right.
do this. And I
Right.
don't know how to turn it off because like you're not my employee, you're just my sister, so I should show you like a lot of grace. And I think like I don't, even
Yeah.
with Miguel, like I feel like I do the same thing. So it's like a
Yeah.
blessing and it's a curse. You know what I mean?
I don't disagree, but I'm the type of person that I need that tough love from you. So
Oh
if
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
didn't call me out on my, am I allowed to curse on here? If you
Yeah.
didn't call me out on my stuff, I would just breeze by things and just keep doing things the wrong way. And God forbid screw something else up.
Yeah. It's hard. But you'll get there. I mean, you only been in there a year. I have like what, 14 years over you? Like, so you'll get there.
Yeah, girl.
Just give yourself time. What's one thing you think I overdo?
What's one thing you play too many roles. You have too many hats. You're very much involved. I don't know,
Yeah.
but like what's your alternative? At the end of the day, it's crazy to me that you live in Tampa and you have this Jersey store that practically runs itself with all of these girls. And yet, Erica has them all on the camera. She's able to pull them all up. She knows what time everybody's clocked in. Okay. She sees everything that's happening. It's just mind-boggling to me how you shouldn't be able to be divided, but I feel like you're very split. You're everywhere.
Yeah. I think I talked about it on the last podcast with Faith, and I was like, I feel like moving to Florida was like the worst thing to do for my business, but the best thing to do for my mental health, if that makes
Right.
sense. Like, I feel like
Right.
I'm so much happier in Florida than I was in New Jersey, just because New Jersey comes with so much trials and tribulations that I needed a
Yeah.
breath of fresh air. I think also moving to Florida got us a lot closer, and I was able to be in my nephew's life and my niece's life. But I
Right.
also feel like having the past managers that I've had, like Jesse was phenomenal. Like I didn't have to like look on the cameras. I didn't have to check when they're clocked in because she was on it. But I
Right.
think once Jesse left and then other managers like stepped in, it was just like I had to
It's
because they were
hard.
just putting so much under the rug that I just didn't know. So then I had to jump up with micromanaging. But I learned how to do it. Like I learned how to turn it off when I'm with the kids, right? When I'm with like you, when I'm with them, I'm not like on my
That
phone
is
as
very
much.
true. That is very true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
like
don't you the
I
phone is put away when you're with us.
yeah. But that's something I had to learn. Like I generally had to learn to like turn myself off because then it's not fair. Like I'm not giving you 100%, but that goes
Sure.
into like me being strict and on a schedule. Like I have to give everyone 100% of myself.
Right.
Like even when I'm with you and the kids, like if Miguel is like busy or needs my attention, like he's on the back burner. Like he's my husband, but my niece and my nephew are like my number one priority while I'm with you guys. Same thing when I'm with Miguel, you guys are on the back burner. When I'm in Jersey, everyone's on the back burner. So I think I know how
Right.
to like juggle it.
No,
But
that's a
that comes
beautiful
with
thing because I definitely don't know how to turn it off. Like
well that
I almost have to somehow put headphones in and put like a murder mystery on or some criminal thing and just white noise it out. I can't. I
really
need to decompress, and that for me is decompressing. Like I can't hear the kids, I can't talk to my husband. I very much need to isolate myself for a few moments. Not even like an hour, girl. Keep it real.
Yeah,
I need to isolate myself for a full hour. And I put it all in, and that's the only way that I can decompress. So kudos to you, because that's a lot. It's hard.
that it is. And that brings me to my next question. Like, how do you keep work and family separate, or do you blend it together? Because, like, you are literally, like, once you leave paralegal, you're wife, mom, waxer. Like, how do
Yeah.
you do it? Because I don't think
Yeah.
I could do that.
To keep it 100, I don't leave paralegal. Paralegal is always, it's always on. I'm
Yeah,
always dealing with something in the paralegal work aspect. Um, there's no splitting me up. I'm very much blended into everything. And it is very challenging, but like I said, the only way that I can decompress from all of it is the white noise or maybe some music or getting really into my Latin side and cleaning, going ham on cleaning. Like the floors, the bathrooms, the laundry. Like I'm up until 3 a.m. like cleaning.
yeah, you are.
I don't know. So I guess that's how I do it.
I think that's
Maybe.
hard too. Like, I don't think if I had kids, I would be able to do what I do now. Like, I think that's why, like, I
Yeah.
pulled off so much on having kids, because I don't think I could split myself even more than what I do now.
Yeah, you're very
So I give you,
divided. Hmm.
yeah, so I give that to you, like, that you're able to kind of divide yourself, but not divide yourself all at the same time. Because even
Yeah.
when I'm there, like, I see you, like, on the computer, like, you have, like, your laptop, the big computer, your phone, both phones opening. You have one
One
AirPod in for
AirPod.
your business, the other one AirPods for your personal. I'm like, why do you have two AirPods? Like, no, guys, like, two separate AirPods. Like,
Hmm.
this is one AirPod,
This
this
is
is
one
another
case, and
AirPod.
then the other case is
And
somewhere.
I'm like, and the she's like,
Yeah,
left
right
ear is
here.
personal, right ear is business. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, when this one rings, it's personal. This one rings. I'm like, that makes no sense, Alexis. She's like, but it makes sense. Hey, whatever you have to do,
To me, it feels like if you have two phones, you need two AirPods. I mean, the girl mathing?
nah,
No?
you're mathing, sweetie. It's not. But that
Oh.
brings us to our first segment of Peaches and Tea with my sister Alexis. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned to next week where we catch up on the rest of the questions we have. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.